Hello guys, welcome to Goshen City. In this message, Rev Sam preached about the consequences of emotional divorce. He highlighted and explained extensively those consequences of emotional divorce, what it does to the marriage, what it does to the family, and how far it can go, and how far it can also destroy the marriage. Kindly stay tuned as we dive into this message. Like, share, and subscribe to this video.
Pain becomes a consistent pattern. Emotional divorce is in the pipeline. You constantly will hurt your partner. You constantly will hurt your wife, your husband. When pain becomes a repeated pattern, emotional divorce is being fostered. Please don't forget that. I hurt you and I keep hurting you, and you just keep soaking in. You keep soaking in. Don't forget, after a time, the sponge that soaks will sink. You've seen sponges, right? Where you put them on top of water. After they soak, and after a while, what's going to happen? Drop to the bottom of it. There's a limit to what anybody can soak in. So I keep soaking in and soaking in and soaking in. One day, boop, I'm just going to drop. I can't continue anymore. So I'm saying to you, sir, and I'm saying to you, ma'am, if you've been hurting your partner, however you've been hurting your partner, but you know your partner has been complaining about hurts, address it now. Number 3, constant complaints. Your partner always complains. You notice there's so much of complaints. Fix it, you won't fix it. Stop it, you won't stop it. Do it, you won't do it. Constant complaints is usually going to be one of the major things that leads a marriage towards divorce. Emotional divorce. Where gradually there's no point talking to this person because this person is incorrigible. This person is not someone that you can actually have a good conversation with. So there's no point talking to you. Constant complaints. Number 4, once the complaint becomes constant, there's already disappointment, repeated hurts, complaints. The next thing is to withdraw. That's what happens. Your partner then begins to withdraw. Reduced communication, reduced interaction, reduced and regulated affection. So everything starts getting what, sir? Reduced. That's what happens. So these things are identifiable things. They are things we can use. Right now, you know everything is reduced. We are not having maximum supply like we used to have. The kind of excitement we used to have around each other, all of that is now on a reduced level. Maybe no more existing. And normally it's because somebody got disappointed, somebody got repeated hurts, and the person complained and the person was not listened to. Then the next thing that will happen is that there'll be withdrawal. And from withdrawal, the next thing that follows is what we call emotional relocation. That is already now entering into what we call the emotional divorce zone. It's emotional relocation that moves the person into the emotional divorce zone. At this point, the person begins to shift his or her energy, attention, affection towards something else. That's when your husband or wife begins to spend more time with the kids, begins to spend more time in the office, begins to spend more time on the phone. You are there, the person is on the phone, right? And you're like, you'll not talk to me, you die your phone. You better eat the phone, no? And you say all kinds of stuff. But you know why? The person is relocating his or her emotions away from you. Because I would rather protect my emotion by keeping it in an environment that I can control than leave my emotions with someone whose emotions I can't control. So it's a protective strategy that will eventually lead the marriage into a mess. I withdraw from you. I give it to my work. I give it to my study. I give it to my children. I give it to some others, even my friends. I go to bush bars, or I go to church. I give it to church, because giving it to you is a waste of time. Number 6, which takes us now closer to emotional divorce, is emotional numbness. Emotional numbness. At this point in time, I have no more feelings for you. You exist, you don't exist, good luck to you. I see you in the house, good morning, and I'm gone. Whatever your headache is your headache. If you need anything, if I can give it to you, take, and I go. Already we are, this is like we're ready to just say goodbye to each other. Emotional numbness. I don't care about what goes on with you. A woman said to me, they admitted her right here in Abuja, in a hospital, sir. She was admitted, and the husband called and said, I heard you are admitted. I hope you are recovering. They are treating you well. Yes. I did not show up until she came back home. That's how bad it gets. I hear you are recovering. You are not dying. I told you, a man looked at me and he said, Reverend Sam, he said, that woman that I married is the devil in my life. He said, I have asked God to kill her. Yes. He said, I will not divorce her by myself. He said, but I've asked God to kill her. And he said, sir, the day God kill her, he said, I will not spend more than 90 days before I marry another woman. A pastor. And you know, women like that don't die easily. This kind of women, they don't die easily. And as I speak with you, she's still alive. This is over 10 years now. She's still alive. There are some mistakes you just have to live with for the rest of your life. And develop coping mechanisms for them. The last stage. So we have mentioned, I'm going to see if I have good students in the house. Let's talk about the 7 stages now. Number 1 starts with what? Oh, fantastic. Uh-oh, it's on. Look at you. Take it off. Take it off the screen. Take it off the screen. Thou shalt not facilitate corruption. Yeah. All right, let's go. Number 1, disappointment. Number 2, repeated hurt. Number 3, complaints, constant complaints. Number 4, withdrawal. Number 5, emotional relocation. Number 6, emotional numbness. The person is emotionally numb. Then the last one is internal separation. This one, at this point in time, the heart is internally what? Boom. We're gone. The only thing we're waiting for now is a physical manifestation of it. I mean, I don't see you as anything. She can walk naked in the house. The man doesn't care. Don't care at all. And people push themselves to that level. It starts little by little. We don't give attention to them. And because we don't even know that this will lead to that, and that will lead to that, and that will finally lead to something. Please write this down. Emotional divorce always begins small. Emotional divorce always begins small. Songs of Solomon chapter 2 verse 15. Take away from us the little foxes that spoil what? They spoil the vine. Little foxes. Emotional divorce always begins small. What are the effects of emotional divorce? Let me mention just 7 out of them for you. Emotional divorce has unusual effect on the spouse, on your career, and on your children. This is the reason why emotional divorce, the impact of it is not small. Number 1, on the spouse. So if you are in a relationship with a man or a woman and you are emotionally divorced. You are in the same house, but you don't share the same heart. Share the same bed, but you don't share affection. You are connected to the same church, but no longer connected at heart. The heart is already separated from each other. What are the consequences upon your life? Number one, loneliness. Because you married to deal with the issue of being alone, but this time around, pain is making you not to enjoy union. Most times it will lead into loneliness in marriage. So there are lonely people in marriage. You are married, but you are lonely. Number two, it can lead to depression, and it leads to depression. So you are in your marriage, and the only thing you are thinking about, regrets. Then the voices of people that whisper to you, are you sure this is the man you should marry? Their voices begin to come back. Does anybody understand what I'm saying here? Their voices begin to come back. Hey, then you now remember, oh my God, God was giving me a sign. Because that day when we're talking, there was rain. When we were planning to go for the engagement, there was rain. I didn't know. It was a sign not to go. Depression will set in, and depression is facilitated by regrets. Then you now remember, oh my God, Daniel was on my case, but I don't know why I just went for. That's why you stop calling your husband, my husband, baby. You now start calling this thing. Regrets facilitates depression. Then you go into a state of emotional numbness where you no longer feel pain. You no longer know how you're feeling. You are numb to a lot of things around you. You can't cry. You can't talk to anybody. You're just numb. Very terrible. Bitterness will fill your heart. Low self-worth. Now look at it. Because now you feel you've made a wrong decision, it will begin to make you feel you are foolish when it comes to choice making. Can you see the cascading effect of emotional divorce? Every day when you look at your partner, you're always saying to yourself, how did I end up making this kind of choice? Temptation then starts coming. This is where the trouble lies. Temptation starts coming. Before you know, now you want to go out, you want to reach out, because again you have needs, but these needs cannot be met by a legitimate partner. So you either turn to pornography, you turn to masturbation, you turn to sleeping around with prostitutes, sugar dads and sugar moms, and all kinds of stuff will begin. Vibrators will come in. So you can see the damaging effect of emotional divorce. But nobody's talking about emotional divorce in the church. And it's prevalent. Of course, it leads to burnout. When every day you think about what is going on in your mind, it burns you out. Don't forget, it's something you come back to every day. Right? No matter how wonderful you are in the office, no matter what has happened in the office, you come back home, and the moment you enter the house and you just realize this person is there, you will not know where anger take over you. Bitterness fill your heart. Then you are just resentful. It can burn you out. Now you can't coordinate properly. That's why it takes us to the next point, which has to do the effect on your career. It caused loss of focus. A lady got into a trouble. She was having marital problems. That was some few years back, right here in First Bank here. She went to God just had mercy on her, that the money was transferred into the account of a man who feared God. I think she had transferred what was supposed to be like maybe 10,000 or something. She wanted to put 10 million or something like that. Yeah, big money, because something was going wrong in the marriage. It will affect your focus. You're not happy in your marriage, it will soon start affecting your career. As a preacher, it will start affecting you. Anybody remember Tiger Woods? You remember that the moment he started having issues in his marital life, what happened to his career? It dropped. From that moment up till now, Tiger is still trying to find his balance. Am I correct? That's what can happen to anybody. Pete Sampras, I think, was it Pete who married was it Pete that married the Nollywood lady before he now married the tennis star Navratilova or something like that? Now the funny thing about him, when he married an Hollywood lady and she couldn't understand the way he functions, the lady became a thorn in his flesh, and because of that marriage his career began to go down. When he had a divorce with her and married somebody from the tennis space, his career went back up again. Marriage can affect your performance. Marriage can affect your performance. The time you should spend to be creating concepts, nights when you need quietness to be creating concepts, those nights, they are nights when you wake up and the only thing you are thinking about, that wicked man, that wicked woman. Marriage affects. As we begin to tidy it up, it brings stress related illness. Oh my goodness, psychosomatic illnesses. When you're not happy in your marriage, it will affect your health. All of a sudden your hormones are running crazy. Blood pressure for not you. They are checking what is the cause. They can't find why you're having blood pressure. Migraine, they don't know where it's coming from. All kinds of strange illnesses will start coming. Run blood tests, you do blood tests. Run malaria tests, you do malaria tests. There's no malaria anywhere. You are not happy. You're just not happy. And then you go into what we call escapism through work. You start running around, hiding in the office, looking for what is not missing, creating what is not needed. It has effect on the children too. Emotional divorce has effect on the children. It creates a space where there's no emotional security. Children from emotionally divorced home, it's been discovered that most of them feel emotionally insecure. They have anxiety problems. They have a lot of behavioral issues. In fact, it's been found out that most kids who come from emotionally divorced home and legally divorced home usually have higher tendencies to go into crime, drugs, prostitution, and all kinds of stuff. And because their parents were not good relationship models, what happens to them, they also grow up having challenges how to really have quality relationship because they didn't see it modeled at home.